Welcome, Advocate Shankar Nikam, sir.
Yes.
You are welcome here for this workshop 2011 on Naadi Granthas. Sir, may I know your background for the benefit of viewers so that they know more about you?
Firstly, as you said, I am an advocate. From 1993, I am practicing High Court. And I am practicing in High Court area and some lower courts sometimes. But basically, my working years are with Mantra Shastra, Indian ancient Mantra Shastra and modern Mantra Shastra. I am advocate practicing in Bombay High Court for last 17-18 years. And though I am advocate, I am mostly practicing or using my time in reading and chanting and discussions about Indian ancient Mantra Shastra. So, for example, we can call them as mantras from Vedas, mantras from Upanishads, and Stotra Suttas from Puranas. And I am trying to study them, analyze them, and how they can be useful in modern life. And this is the real purpose for which my day-to-day activities are concerned. And along that, I am developing some new systems in Mantra Shastras. And like that, my life is going on.
Right. So that means your entire focus these days is on how to bring that awareness of ancient sciences and especially of Mantra Shastras, which gives the lot of vibrations and various frequencies, generation of frequencies. Now I would like to ask you something regarding our Naadi Shastra, and how did you came to know, and how did you come to Naadi Shastra, first encounter of your Naadi?
Basically, from last 19-20 years, I was hearing about this science, but there was no occasion that I have any encounter with these Naadi readers and that system. 4-5 years back, one of my students came with her cassette and asked me to give some time. And in her readings, there was certain 10 to 15 minutes discussion about me. So with that person, I was never concerned, but the person who came to me and who introduced or who asked me to listen that CD or cassette, 10 to 15 minutes, the discussion and activities, and everything was concerned with my activities, what I am doing, and how that will be beneficial for that person, that he should follow my principles and follow my activities and work in that. So that was my first experience with this, how a person in day-to-day life is not concerned with me, I am not concerned with them, and suddenly he comes to me and asks me that you listen what is reading here, and my name came in that, and my activities are there, which are basically unknown to these people. And second basic and main encounter, that when we met on 7th December 2010 in one marriage ceremony, we discussed about that, and my into developed that I must see what is really about my Nadis also. And so with your introduction, we went to Koreganv Park and I got my Brahma Naadi.
Yeah.
And in that, I found that what are my activities, what I was doing in past, what my parents are, what my brothers, sisters are, and about that, everything was there. And as an advocate, I am the person who cannot be channelized or seduced or misled by any questions or something like that. When they were asking me to search the Naadi, I was very peculiar and particular about not answering particular questions. And though also when the Naadi was found, there was my birth date, there was my birthday, there was my birth time, and everything, nakshatras and everything, every concern was there. And I was shocked. And I was happy in ancient rishis in our country has developed such a science in such a large, what we can call perfectness or something. And when I read that Naadi, I listened about that. And what activities I am doing, all the activities and all the platform of the activities was there. Just like what I am doing, yeah, it looks like that somebody has told them what I am doing in day-to-day life. And that was in that reading. And when I have conveyed or told my various students, their experience is also the same. And so I am proud that this science, I am encountered with this science, I know about this. And this will be useful for everybody whose Naadi is found.
Thank you, sir. Sir, since you have said that you have done a lot of intensive research as well as study regarding various mantras and chanting of mantras in a most systematic manner, there is a part in the Nadis that one has to chant the mantras so that his previous karmas or bad karmas are wiped out. While doing that, sometimes it is suggested that if you want and if you can chant those mantras, you can do it at home or at your convenience. Should it not possible for you, it can be done, or if you give it this task to us, we will perform that. So these two options are given to the persons. Many people, they wish to do that because many times they know that mantra also. So if that chanting of mantra facility or permission is given by Maharshis to chant by us, is it possible to get this chanting of mantra in the most systematic and befitting manner with the help of your cassettes, or so that he doesn't move, or the best possible effect is attained or obtained by that person who is chanting it?
It is possible because in Mantra Shastra there are various systems that in our ancient Indian times Purohit work was created to chant or to do all these karmas, karma puja, karma kandas for another's benefit.
Yes.
And when this system is collapsed, somewhere it is still available, but major part of India the system is collapsed. So now we can develop new system that various persons can chant for another person, or the same person can chant for himself, and we can give them simplified mantras for that also. When there is any mantra advice that you do Shiva's mantra or Shankara's mantra, then there are various sutras and stotras from Vedas to Shankaracharya's literature. So beyond that also we can simplify the mantras and give particular person a particular mantra to chant, which can be easily simplified, and accurately they can chant themselves also. And sometimes they can be chanted by another for themselves.
Right. So, in this regard, that chanting of mantras for and on behalf of the client, if it is possible, is it possible in future to make some sort of a center or a place where we can perform yajnas? Because there are sometimes various yajnas and yagas are also suggested, for which there is no specific method or there is no system or procedure. So if that also can be made available for the clients, it will be a great help, especially for the persons, those who are not conversant with Indian systems, ways, methods. There are many persons of Indian origin residing outside India, or foreigners. They look upon India as the masters or gurus in the field of Adhyatma or theology. So is it possible, and if it is possible, how best it can be done? If you can give some sort of a layout chart like thing, so that in future all we Naadi lovers with your guidance, we can do something in this side.
Yes, it is quite possible that we can develop such parallel systems for those people who cannot chant for themselves or who cannot understand the Indian system of mantras. There are various mantras which we can simplify and which can be given to the particular students to chant for themselves, for those people who need that. And after that, it is quite possible to develop a particular situation and a particular arena for that. In future, everything is possible for us.
Thank you, sir.